2.
Hey, all you Days of Our Lives fans, are you ready to find out all the happenings of Days of Our Lives this week? Well, stay tuned for AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello, all of you devoted Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days, where we give you a full recap of your favorite episodes of Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs co-host. We have,
that's us.
To my very far, all the way down the Yellow Brick Road with the hair who's higher than Glenda's bubble, we have... Are you still looking for him?
You said far. I didn't know how far.
No, it's you.
Oh, me? Okay.
It's you. It's
Mark
you.
J. Freeman.
And the self-appointed co-host. Self-appointed co-host. Self-appointed co-pilot.
Co-captain.
Yes.
Matthew Evan Paine.
Who is celebrating a birthday this week?
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy birthday to
I'm so excited. I walked into the studio, there was a balloon, there was sparkling cider.
And
Yes.
pizza rolls.
And-
Don't forget the pizza rolls.
And these two.
Yes.
So I'm really happy. I wanted to say thank you to all the fans. Tony, you posted a beautiful happy birthday message to me.
I did.
On, was it Facebook?
Yeah, on our Facebook page.
And I loved the outpouring, especially one fan in particular. I just wanted to say thank you to Lisa Mims for this beautiful collage that she put together.
It was a cute collage.
Oh, goodness.
I was so happy. Look at that.
Oh, it doesn't look
was-
like Billy from here. That's so funny.
It's
definitely
even
not.
it's even more beautiful than
Interesting.
Billy. It's Greg
Interesting.
Vaughn, and that made my
Interesting.
day. So thank you so much, Lisa. Happy,
Well-
happy birthday to me, indeed.
Happy birthday to you. Well, we do have one more message for you.
Yeah?
This person wanted to send this in, so I think here he is.
Hit play.
Well, Matthew, as you can tell, I'm at a game, but what's calling to wish you a happy birthday as I'm with my boys. We're catching the game. Say happy birthday, happy birthday. Say happy birthday.
There it is, a very happy birthday from Mr. Greg Vaughn himself.
Wow.
Yeah.
In 34 years, yes, 34, I know I don't look a day over 26, that's the best birthday gift I've ever received.
You're
so
welcome.
thank you, guys.
Oh. Is that Alexis?
No.
Oh, girl, I was like, girl, you got some voice.
I mean, I can sing for you if you would like.
Mr. Hefner.
Oh, just kidding.
Mr. Who?
Hefner.
Mr. Hefner.
Mr. Hef.
Mr. Hefner.
Thank
only
you,
happy
Greg
birthday
Vaughn.
one.
Best
Well,
birthday.
we're like, he's our manager. You have to call and say happy birthday. We couldn't tell him who you really were. He wouldn't have done it.
He wouldn't have done it. Wow.
We had
Happy
to lie.
birthday,
We had to
Matt.
lie.
I, don't even,
But we
I got
it,
nothing
nonetheless.
else. I'm done. I'm getting up and leaving.
No, we still have more shows.
We still have a show to do?
Yes,
still got a
we
show to
do.
do.
And of course,
Thank you, guys.
make sure you guys like us, follow us on all social medias: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at DISHIN Days. Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. All right. Well, now
Shocked.
Now it's
Shocked,
time
yeah.
to start
DISHIN Days.
Flip it and forget it.
Yup.
Okay, let's talk about Billy Flynn.
Oh God.
Can we just start with Billy Flynn?
Okay. Well,
Cut to the chase.
first of all, before you talk about the storyline that involves Billy Flynn, we had a wonderful Twitter exchange last night.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That was quite
It was
funny.
funny.
And it ended. Thank you to the person who finally sent that. I was looking all over for that meme of me that has my face whenever Billy's name is mentioned. And someone finally tweeted it. And so I was able to tweet that to Billy. And that's how things ended, which means I win.
All right. So let's get back to Billy Flynn.
What about Billy?
So I have to take back what I said last week about having an issue with him.
That he did great?
That he didn't have a house key because the door was blockaded. So that's why he couldn't open the door.
Got it.
Yeah.
So yet again, perfection from Billy Flynn. So then Abigail is literally cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and wanting to kill Ben, set him on fire, was thoroughly upset that Billy Flynn,
She was
that Chad, was livid that he stopped her and just flipped out. And then the baby wasn't obeying her. Which I don't know what it has to do with anything, because that's how babies are. You know, you hand them to one person, they shut up, and they give them back and they start crying. So don't take it personally.
Well, no, Sierra made a valid point of like, there's so much stuff going on with her internally that the baby is like feeling that, and so the baby doesn't feel comfortable. So that's why everyone else was able to calm the baby and not her.
And not her.
Yeah, but she really is kind of losing her mind, because even afterwards, where she obviously had changed clothes, took a bath, and everything like that, and Chad was like, well, listen, I think we should just go get a hotel room, you know, so that you don't have to go upstairs and see the mess upstairs.
She was like, what happened?
What?
Yeah. She was all like, what happened?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
And
She totally was.
And there was a moment where I was like, bitch, do you not remember you just set somebody on fire? You don't remember that?
I couldn't believe, actually, that they showed that graphic fire setting to his body.
Well,
I mean, he was
I'm
engulfed
gonna
in flames.
guess it was a stunt double.
Wow.
I don't want to break it to you, but his legs aren't really.
They
burnt.
didn't
Yeah.
set dear
Oh,
Rob
did you-
Scott Wilson on fire.
No, they didn't.
No,
I didn't.
It looked-
he wouldn't have allowed that to happen.
He looked.
Yeah.
it
Well, remember
looked
he
so
showed me
real.
his leg when he was here. Remember?
Did he? I wasn't there for that.
Oh, that was a private moment. Sorry.
Private moment in his head.
his-
That never happened.
I would never cheat on Billy Flynn, ever.
I can't even get over the Greg Vaughn thing, by the way. I'm still hung up on it.
We're never gonna get through this.
No,
week.
after we talked about the thank yous to Greg for sending that message, you started speaking, and I was still only
Yeah.
thinking about that.
It's fine.
Yeah,
We'll get to
sorry.
him more later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we will.
Yeah.
He's in jail.
Oh,
Oh, and Billy or Chad cleaned up,
yes.
which I'm actually kind of glad that. See, that I
Yeah.
appreciate those moments of clarity, like, because you're like, well, obviously this room is, you know what I mean? At least they had a line where he says, I went upstairs, I cleaned everything up, blah, blah, blah.
But was he supposed to clean everything up? Isn't that kind of considered a crime scene?
Yeah, but he doesn't want them to know that it's a crime. He's covering it up, literally.
Oh, but there's so much cover up going on. It's like, it's more than
It was funny because, speaking of Eric, I was even thinking, oh, girl, get it together. No more sparkling champagne for her.
I think I just have to.
It's fake anyway. No, I was actually thinking that. I was like, poor Eric is like the only person in Salem who's actually getting convicted of a crime.
Oh my God!
Right.
Everybody else
the
is
one thing that they
scot-free.
couldn't cover up.
Yeah.
I had to take my hat off.
I was about to say he's
You
the
still
least.
look beautiful.
Put it over top.
Thank you. Thank
Put
you,
it over top.
Alexis. Thank you. Oh,
I think she was talking to me. No, I have no train of thought today. Wow, hey.
okay. So
I'm saying no to Tony, you weirdo.
right. Oh, hello, Alexis in the booth. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's
Hi.
all good.
Hi,
I'm
Alexis
just
in the
doing
booth.
your show because you guys are all awesome. Happy birthday, man.
You're more than
you
just
so
Alexis
much.
in the booth to me.
Aw, thanks, Mark. That's so sweet.
You're Alexis at AfterBuzz.
I'm gonna go. Jump over. Go ahead.
Oh boy. So, and I like the moment of Chad trying to understand what's going on with Abigail and him searching for nervous breakdown and kind of seeing what the symptoms are and like what to look out for. I'll give Billy Flynn kudos right
God,
now.
you just keep giving Billy Flynn kudos week after week.
He's having
I
a
know.
harder time
Well,
hiding his love.
Do you think it's
It is-
like unrequited love? Like he loves him maybe more than you?
Anyway, it's kind of the same moment, but when I can't remember what Abigail was doing, but I looked at Chad and he was just like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
It was kind of like, "Oh my God, she's losing it."
Yeah.
And I was kind of there with him, like, "Oh my God, you're doing great, but she is losing it."
She is losing it.
Yeah. It's so. Yikes! It's so weird, but it's so kind of understandable that you know, you suddenly live in fear of someone and didn't realize that you were living in fear of that person,
Yeah.
Right.
And how,
It affects you.
yeah, what an effect. And we look at it and it's like it wasn't that long of a time you escaped it. It couldn't have been that bad, but then you don't realize the after effects that can happen.
There was a moment when Sierra tried to take Thomas from Abigail, and she was trying to convince her to hand the baby over, and Abigail shot Sierra this look like,
Sierra.
what did I say?
Sarah.
Did I?
It sounded like
Abigail
Sarah to me.
shot Sierra this look, and it was like, okay, here's the baby.
And
It's the details.
And also the moment where she was like to Chad, she's like, take the baby, and Chad's like, hey, you're trying to hand me your baby so you can go upstairs and kill somebody.
someone.
A human
Let's
being.
focus.
I died. It's
Yeah.
like she was just like, "Oh, precious Thomas." can you hold him? Not like a, can you hold him so I can get something out of my purse?
Yeah.
It's like, can you hold him?
Yeah.
There's someone upstairs I need to kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't finish that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of have some unfinished business upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
How did he escape being tied up?
He pulled.
Yeah.
I mean,
she
she probably didn't. I mean,
I think.
Well,
she
how many
tied-
times have we also have said when someone's gotten tied up, like they couldn't have gotten out of those ties?
Yeah.
You know what I
Normally-
mean? So I feel like he could have gotten out of them.
Normally, when I'm tied up, it's
That is a whole.
for a
Wait a
reason.
minute.
It's
That
for a
is a
reason.
different
though.
kind of tie-up.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure there.
All right.
I'm sure there's.
This is why I drank,
There's
sweet
fuzziness
Jesus.
involved.
Where's my virgin ears? How
Oh
dare
my
you.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, let's find out what the fans think about the Abigail Ben Chad storyline. You guys can give us a call at 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749 to weigh in on this storyline. We want to hear your thoughts about this. Do you okay, I do have a question for you guys. Do you guys think that Abigail should have killed Ben?
Go.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. He's guilty of how many homicides? And then torturing her?
You think she should have just
Gone
Joan of
for it.
Arc him?
Yeah. He's pushed her over the edge.
That is a technical term, by the way. Joan of Arcing. Madonna wrote a song about it.
What do you think, Mark?
Well, I mean, the way things are going in Salem, I'm surprised they didn't. But I don't know. I mean, if you get rid of him, then, you know, I mean, obviously he can always come back, which is silly. But,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? In theory, then he couldn't come back. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that they didn't.
Well,
Because
no,
now
I
there's
don't-
always an opening for him to come back with charred legs.
Yep.
Well, let's find out what the fans think, shall we? We do have some calls, and we'll take this one. Hello, caller. You are on live on AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, hello, it's Jamel from Brooklyn.
Hey,
Hey,
Jamel.
Jamel.
How are? I swear, some of y'all got us on speed dial, don't you?
No, I don't. I'm just watching the show now.
Well-
you know, I dialed the numbers the least as I could.
Well, Jamel, what do you think about this this storyline with Abigail and Chad and Ben?
Well, you know, I'm glad that she's not having delusions anymore. That it was actually real.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that. But I agree with you all. That was very intense. You know, with the fire and the burned skin, and it was a lot. I was like, wow. So
Yeah.
It was a lot. But what else? I sort of agree with Abigail that Ben has become like Freddy Krueger. He come back for anything, you know.
Yeah.
And so I would have probably wanted him to be, you know, taken out too. So he would come back again, and you know. So I think that I agree with her that he needed to go. He really did.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I did like the scene was so intense with how she was kind of like lighting the matches and letting them go out and then lighting the matches and kind of like, and then finally she just said, and I was like,
Me too.
oh, for those who are listening on iTunes, I just did a surprise face.
I was going to say about that is that's one of the things I was having an issue with because, I mean, she was basically rolling around in it on top of him after she doused him.
Yeah.
She really could have, like, I mean, I'm
She
just
could have,
saying, like,
but
if
I
you
mean,
were
but she held it
in it and using it,
She
like,
held it away
She would
from
have been a
her
dead
enough.
girl.
I'm just saying, that stuff is super flammable. So, FYI.
Yeah.
That was one of my issues. But
Gasoline, super flammable? No way.
ish.
Right.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that I agree with what she did. Plus, I thought the lady. I keep saying lady. I don't even remember all the actors' name, but
Kate?
what Abigail did. Yes, Kate. What she was doing with the talking and
Mhm.
and everything. She did a wonderful job. She did
Yeah.
a wonderful acting job with everything. It was reminding me of the movie I so love, Go Up the Burning Bed with Sarah Paulson.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
she still has actor too. So it was a pretty good work. It was a good scene. It was intense, and I wanted to be over a little bit. You know, as far as the Ben coming back from jail all the time and constantly attacking him. Either he's going to find salvation,
Yeah.
you know, really try to rehabilitate, but I don't want him to be a threat anymore because I want Chad and
Abigail together.
to have happiness. Even though I know the woman is leaving, but I want them to have some kind of happiness a little bit, you know.
Do you think
Well-
that it's possible for them to have happiness after all of this? I feel like it's all been sucked out because of Ben.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
you know what? I think that because the woman is leaving, they probably playing the end game where she's going to eventually, have postpartum and really can't take care of the baby and probably go off,
Right.
Yeah.
off the show. So that's probably what happened. But I wanted to say before I go, happy birthday to Matthew too. I did see that was your birthday.
Thank you so
Aw.
much.
And I was also intrigued too. I mean, where was you tied up, or what's that story about?
That
Tony
is,
said that's
That's another after
another
show.
story.
That is another
That's for After
Dishin
Buzz
Days
After
Dark. After dark. Well, thank you,
Oh,
Jamel,
okay.
for calling in as always, and thank you for your continued support. And keep listening because there's a lot to talk about this week.
I think
It
so.
is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamel.
Thank you, Jamal.
Let's take one more caller to find out what they thought. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tony. It's Lonnie.
Hi, Lonnie. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Do you have a comment, question regarding
Yes,
the
I have a comment.
Okay.
I love the scene between Billy Finn, who played Chad, and Sierra when they were talking about Abigail.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a good scene.
Yeah.
And the end of Days on Friday when Eric left. Oh my.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Eric, but yeah, I thought that was a fantastic scene between Chad and Sierra, and how Sierra,
Yeah.
being as young as she is, was kind of putting everything into perspective.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
So
I agree.
that was great to point out. Thank you
Oh,
for
and
that.
happy birthday, Matt.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling in.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
So yeah, I totally forgot about that moment. That was a great moment. And I really thought, like, Sierra is so young for her to have to sit with Chad and put all of this into perspective. So that's that's interesting.
Yeah.
I
did have one other little tinge. Every once in a while I have an issue.
You have
And
an
You're
issue?
so easygoing.
Every once in a while, and it's minor, but I'm the detail person.
Okay.
Chad was on his laptop at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like he'd have an Apple, a MacBook.
Oh, and not an HP?
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. It was a little disappointed. Sorry, Days.
Maybe it was Stefano's.
Just saying. It's time to get a new one.
Is that the one
He's
that
been a
you
little
gave
busy.
him?
Yeah.
Is that the one you gave him?
Which?
The
HP?
laptop, the old HP.
No, I
mean,
wouldn't give him that.
I mean, that's like around your time,
I'd give
isn't
him
it?
I don't want to know.
Just rude.
Wow, shots fired.
That's
Holy
just
smokes.
All right,
All
so
right, next topic.
let's
As much as I don't want to leave Billy.
right. Well, let's move right along to the I don't know if it was a huge confession or an unnecessary confession, but Hope and Caroline, and Hope admitting to Caroline that she killed Stefano.
Right.
And we all thought Caroline was probably going to have this reaction of, oh my gosh, Hope, how could you? Mm-hmm. She was just like, yes, because he deserves it. And my favorite part was when she took her napkin and covered the Bible as if to like say to God, I'm so sorry that a man has died, but he was evil.
Yeah,
and
know
I
he
don't want you
deserved
to
it.
hear this.
And that
So-
she had a Bible with her.
well,
pink.
Eric gave it back to her.
Did anyone notice that it was pink? That the pages were pink?
The Edge.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
old school Bible.
That's old school, yeah.
Yeah, that's call and response Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Well, I don't really know if it's a call and response Bible. Don't
Oh.
take that to heart.
He's making
but-
things up, folks.
Well, that. So yeah, so I didn't know if that confession was really necessary, and then to realize who all knows, because then Roman and Rafe walked in, and Hope's
Yeah.
just kind of like, well, I just told her, and it's just kind of like,
Why? Right.
Yeah.
can anybody keep a secret in Salem?
No.
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 Theo.
Theo
Yeah.
can. Well, who else can't keep a secret is Rafe, because finally he let his little inhibitions go and got sloppy with Hope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we like Hope and Rafe?
Yes, better than Hope and Aiden.
What?
All day long. Yeah. I think Hope and Aiden were so boring. There was zero
disagree.
chemistry.
Where are my Haydenites?
Oh,
Where
trust
are my
me,
Haydenites?
they are tweeting you right now.
Yeah.
I actually
Tweet me, guys, and follow
can
me
use
at
that
Mr. Matthew
rope.
Evan.
I actually liked Hope and Aiden, and I thought it was different.
Before he tried to kill her.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I'm just a fan. open arms. They wanted us to believe Hope and Aiden, and I did, and I thought it was great. Now I gotta believe in Hope and Rafe. Although she had that moment of, listen, like, I don't know if this is right. I'm not ready, but we're really good friends, and I don't want to mess up our friendship. It kind of brought
Welcome to my life. That was until I met my husband.
Welcome to my still current life, where everyone wants to be
better.
Tony's friend.
It gets better.
Does it?
I know somebody who doesn't. Billy Flynn. He doesn't want to be your friend.
Wow.
Well,
Where do we go from here?
the feeling is mutual because I
Right.
don't want to be Billy's friend.
Right.
Why
So-
is there so many palm trees happening in the studio right now? There's just shade everywhere.
Well, what you don't realize, Alexis, is that I planted these palm trees before you got here, and now they're just growing.
Oh, it's beautiful. I like it.
So Carolyn told Hope that Deimos is responsible for what happened to Victor.
Yes.
Well,
What happened?
she thinks he could be.
But she's saying it's for sure.
No.
No,
she even said.
she thinks that it's still speculation. Like, she still wonders after receiving that phone call if she in fact killed the right person that was responsible for Beau's death.
and
That isn't that Hope.
Hope did say that.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're talking
but
about Carolyn.
Carolyn told Hope that Deimos is responsible for what happened.
But she's guessing. She
to
doesn't
Victor.
know for sure.
Well-
She's thinking because of her visions and the things that the way she's just saying she doesn't know for sure. She's just saying because even Rafe said, you know, well, this is all speculation. We really are going to have to do some investigating.
Right.
So
Well, and then Nicole thinks that Deimos is behind it too because when she got to the house, he was upstairs with Kate. But my biggest problem with them, if it is Deimos who has caused all these problems and could have been the one who tortured Beau all those years, it seems like they're discrediting Stefano's wrongdoings or evil from all years prior.
No, they're not. But the whole reason behind Hope snapping and killing Stefano was because of Beau. Because remember, she was avenging Hope, as I like to call her.
Right, yes.
And so she thought that she had figured out that he was actually behind it. And it wasn't until she received that phone call that she started to question. But it doesn't matter.
Okay.
No one is sad that no one's going to be like, oh, Hope, you got the wrong person. They're just going to say, well, thank God you got him for that time. He kidnapped you and put you over
In a
a
cage.
poison in
Yeah.
a cage, and we all thought you were dead.
Right.
Or that time he put us all on Musalem.
Newsalem.
Whatever.
Stefano wasn't a good man.
No.
I wonder if we're going to find out, I don't know if this is a prediction or not, but I wonder if we're going to find out that Deimos and Stefano are somehow linked. Because
Oh, God.
Victor and
Could be.
Stefano hated each other.
We don't need
be.
any more links. Well, speaking of links, let's link up with you guys and find out what you guys thought about Hope's confession and also the declaration of love that Rafe gave to Hope. And if you guys are team Rope or team Hayden, give us a call.
I'm going to do a poll, and I'm going to do it right now while we're taking the caller.
You know what would be the best place to do that poll? On our Twitter page.
Oh, I
at
can
_DISHIN
switch.
Days.
I will do that.
Yeah,
I will do that. Let's
so,
switch over.
Fans, feel free to call in, weigh in on this storyline, 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. I don't know. I mean, I whatever.
I can't believe you got Greg Vaughn to send me a video message.
That was 30 minutes ago.
Oh, I'll be talking about this for weeks.
Oh my God. So I feel like now his thing is going to be, it's just going to pop up with, did you know Greg Vaughn sent me a video message?
I can't wait.
Well, let's see if this is him calling. We'll take this caller. Hello, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Jacob from Texas.
Hey, Jacob from Texas. How do you feel
How
about?
are you guys?
Hi.
Happy birthday, Matthew.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How do you feel
And
about Hope?
I have to say, I'm more Team Hayden with Aiden and Hope. Because you know what's going to happen? I think because Hope, because Aiden's going to come back in the picture, so they have to put Rafe somebody, because with Rafe, he's always with somebody that wants to be with like somebody else.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
I think they're going to do that with that. But I kind of like Aiden and Hope better. But Rafe and Hope are good. But Rafe is always the second guy that somebody wants to be with. I don't think he's going to end up staying with her. That's just my opinion. But
Yeah.
and as far as like I know you're going to talk about it later, but the Jennifer and Eric thing, Jennifer's just kind of out there. She's like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's why Abigail is all crazy, because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Yes.
That's true, and that is probably passed down from generations, because Jennifer's mom, Laura Horton, had some mental issues.
She's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going way back
Yeah.
in the day, but yeah, I totally agree with that. And I thought the scenes of Greg Vaughn were really good. I think he did a really good job. I wish he wasn't leaving, but he's doing not bigger and better things, but as far for his career, he's doing big things. So hopefully he'll be back
Yes.
at some point.
Let's hope so. Well, thank you, Jacob, for calling in.
Mess.
Oh,
I just wanted to say before I go, you guys are doing a good job. Keep up the good work.
thank you so much,
very
Jacob.
much.
Appreciate
Bye,
that.
Jacob.
Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, he's Hayden all the way.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, listen, you know me. By the way, thank you to I believe it was Kristen who sent me the meme of me saying, I'm just a fan with open arms. I love that. Oh no, not a meme. It was a GIF. I loved it. All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it with that storyline. We'll see what happens between Rafe and Hope, and if Hope is going to give in. Do you think Hope's going to give in and
Yes.
yeah?
She's aching for it. She is. I mean, it's been a while.
Like aching for it.
Well, I mean, really,
It's been a while.
all right.
It's been a while. I think we're just going to tidbits now, right? There's nothing else important. Yeah, tidbits. Kayla.
No, I think there's one more thing.
No, I think that's it.
One
No,
more
that's
very
it.
important storyline.
And thank you for. You can find me on social media. At
Whoa, you just completely closed the show. Whoa, hold your horses there.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only, not necessarily
Oh,
reflect
and
the
Alexis
views
played
of
right into it.
Well
Everyone's
done,
all
Alexis.
confused.
I
Everyone's
think the
all
3
confused.
Snaps award should go to Alexis today.
Yeah.
Oh, snap!
Yeah. Completely.
Go ahead,
Okay.
birthday boy.
So for for our final top 3 storylines, I am going to be discussing my favorite, Greg Vaughn's character, Eric, and his huge farewell this week.
Was it huge?
I thought his final scene was a production. I think so.
Okay, so can I give you a tidbit about the final scene?
Yes.
So the there was 3 other guys on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Two of those guys actually work at Days.
Oh, really?
Really?
Like crew?
They're the really tall black guy and
Yes.
the other white guy that was sitting not the one with like the bun, but the other guy.
Right.
I giggled so much because I was like, those are the guys from. I think maybe they work in. They used to work in wardrobe. I don't know what they do now, but they're basically production. I giggled because I was like, oh, they got them to do the final scene.
That's cool.
So fun. I thought
They were the best dressed convicts I've ever seen.
He
Did you
was the
see-
best dressed convict. Hands
Oh
down.
yeah,
Of the
100%.
four.
But like one of them had fresh kicks. The Converse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you notice that?
Well, listen. You have to think they went in for their sentencing,
Right.
And then they were like, "Off to jail you go."
Yeah, white
So-
collar criminals.
I wish
Yeah.
they were all in white socks and flip flops, like most convicts. Like that would have been like, mwah.
I liked it.
Pièce de résistance.
I thought that the build up to his sentencing was kind of forgotten because I didn't feel that oh my gosh, like the sentencing is coming and because I feel like they haven't shown him in so long.
Right. Agreed.
And
I was like, oh, it's his last.
And then suddenly this week it's like, I'm up for my sentencing. And it's like, but wait, I didn't get a chance to feel like worried for you.
At all for weeks.
Well, it was Monday. Monday he visited Marlena and John, and then Tuesday he started like kind of saying goodbye.
goodbyes.
So my thought was like each day there was going to be like more of a goodbye leading up to Friday.
Right.
Nope.
And then I started seeing stuff.
There was
Well, yeah, there was, but then I started seeing stuff because it took me a couple days to kind of catch up, and I felt like there was something that that happened, but then when I was watching it, I was like, oh, nothing else really happened. This is funny. I told you guys off camera, so I'll say it again now. I clearly missed the scene with Eric and Jennifer when he came to her house and she was like, there it is.
Right.
Offered the alcoholic booze.
Yeah,
Was like,
and I'm just
there
like,
it is.
They were getting crunk.
See, I missed all that. So fast forward to Friday. They're like, where is he? Where is he? Cut to bed. I didn't even know it was Jennifer at first. I just thought it was some random chick.
Yeah.
And then, because I had missed that scene, so I didn't know any of that happened. And then when she stood, I was like, what?
Yeah.
When did that happen? So it was actually so much more exciting to not having seen that scene and just jumping to that.
They had two of
fantastic.
the most believable TV hangovers I've ever seen. I thought he was really hungover. I mean, he looked a mess when he showed up at the Salem PD.
And I will tell you this. I loved that they didn't actually show what happened after they whisked away. And it wasn't until Jennifer woke up and she, in that moment of like, oh my God. And then she started having flashbacks, and then that's when you're like, y'all are doing it.
I thought it was so well executed where she found Eric's phone and realized that it was Roman, and then she brought it to the station.
Ooh.
That whole, it was
Marlena
so
was not-
good. No, she grabbed her by the arm.
You come with me, girl.
She spun Jennifer around.
Yeah. She's like, bring that crazy hair, let's go.
Into the interrogation room, which I also thought was brilliant. Because she interrogated her.
But she threw her in there.
Yeah.
She's like, what were you thinking?
Yeah,
and
you're
I was
a
like,
bad friend.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, Marlena.
But when I finally did go back and watch Tuesdays, and I saw Jennifer like go, there's the. I was like, you were kind of like a bad girl.
Yeah.
But I liked how they justified it, and I liked her little speech about how, because I can relate to this, being the goody-goody. You know, people just don't expect you to do those kind of things. So. So I can understand every once in a while you just have to let go.
What were you saying?
I'm still on Mark being a goody-goody.
I am a goody-goody.
I also liked, though, that after Marlena told Jennifer off, then Eric told Marlena not to hold it against Jennifer, like as kind of like a wish of his before he's sent off to the slammer. I just thought it was great. I thought it was really good. I wish there had been more weeks leading up to his departure, but I thought that it was a good week for him. He showed a lot of range. He got to be emotional, he got to be drunk, he got to be hungover and distraught.
Yeah. Here's a good question, though, because I know I saw a lot of tweets and comments about this. How do we feel about the fact that Nicole did not get to say goodbye or have any kind of closure for that? I know a lot of the people that are in support of them were upset. I even thought what would have been even cool, and wouldn't even need to necessarily have a scene, but when he was in the police station and like kind of walked away and they had that wide shot of everybody, like just to have her step out as if she had been watching the whole thing, like she was in the hallway and kind of just watching from afar. Even something like that I thought would have been.
You know what would have been better? As the you know that big shot when the bus leaving?
Yeah.
To have her run in and go, bye. Right?
I feel like they didn't have a closure scene between the two of them.
One or the other. And your idea?
I feel like they didn't have a closure scene because I think that they're going to have a resentment build up while he's away. Because I think they'll bring the character of Eric
it's already
back.
there. I think it's already there.
But I think it's going to grow, is my point.
You think Greg Vaughn's coming back?
No, I think that I think Eric will be back. I don't necessarily think it will be Greg, although wishful thinking, come on, Days, bring him back.
I think that when Eric and Nicole had that interaction shortly after Daniel's death, I think that was it. Whatever they had before, whatever it was completely gone. And I think that's why we didn't see a farewell anything, because it actually would have been her coming in and going, you have every right to go to jail. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it would have.
Scared of you.
It wouldn't have been the pleasantry
Well, no,
of
and
sending
I
him
don't think
off.
it would have been either.
Yeah.
But I feel like
think
there
it would
should
have
have
been
been
emotional.
like that's what I'm saying is like maybe she should have been watching from afar or something just to give a little nod to that relationship.
Do you think they'll cover that next week when she realizes that
No.
he's gone, or do you think it's just
No.
over and he's gone?
No, I think it's over.
I think
and
it's
he's
over
gone.
and he's gone.
I think that's especially
That
the
was
way
a pitiful last scene, though. Like just,
pitiful. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad to see Greg Vaughn go. I think that he was a terrific actor. I think he is a terrific actor, but I think it's sad that he's gone. I think he was a nice addition to,
I think he
to
was.
Days
And
of Our Lives.
I think he was,
Although
too.
I don't necessarily think they utilized him
No.
over the course of the years
That's
as
just what I was gonna say. Is
good as they
that
could
he
have.
wasn't really used till the very end, and the stuff that he did was fantastic.
Oh, it was
and
amazing.
I was so upset, like that, like they had these amazing scenes with him and Jennifer, and now that's gone. Like we're not even gonna go down that road now. Like I just don't get it. I don't get it.
She was the last hurrah.
I know. I
And
mean,
it
I
was
get
the
that,
last
but
hurrah,
it's like,
exactly.
but there could have been a great storyline there.
Could have
Totally
been.
could have been a great.
Too bad he
storyline
killed Daniel.
there. Well, whatever. I mean, Daniel deserved it.
No, he didn't.
Oh boy. Well, let's find out
For
what you guys
ruining
think
my
about Eric's / Greg Vaughn's farewell scenes. We'll take a caller now. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Mike from Hollywood.
Hey, Mike from Hollywood. What do you think about Greg Vaughn's final scenes this week?
I kind of agree with you guys where you were saying that there was no build-up, but I think I agree with Mark when I kind of liked it better that way.
Why? Why would you agree with Mark?
I love you,
Why?
Michael.
Why would you? Why would you ever in life?
Because you're such a good girl.
Thank you, Michael. Michael, you can come join us anytime.
You realize he put that in air quotes, right? I heard him. I heard them.
Michael, you get me. You get me.
You get me. You really get me. Okay, go ahead, Michael.
And man, I mean, I never was a fan of Jennifer, but Jennifer is like becoming my favorite character.
Oh, okay.
Well, don't you like it that they keep putting her off as like this goody, and now she's kind of getting some grit.
Jennifer is a goody.
Well, okay, well, yeah,
You know,
she
I
is.
used to love when Teresa was trying to get Jennifer because she was such a goody, but now there's so many things are going wrong in her life, and I mean, I just can't wait for the scene where they ship Abigail off to the psychiatric. I know Jennifer is just going to break down then. I mean, we know Abigail is going to come back.
Right.
Well, yeah, let's hope so. Oh, do you think that's why they're bringing back Laura, because she's going to end up in the same room as her?
Could be. Grandma and granddaughter.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
Cool. That'd be fun.
Oh, Cuckoo for Cocoa.
She really needs her dad.
It's gonna be a chocolate room called the Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs ward.
Well, I don't know. I think he might be coming back as a vision to both of them to get it together.
I think we need more than just a vision, Michael. What do you think?
I mean, if you need more than just a vision, I think we do.
I like how you think, Michael.
Michael. You are great.
You play this game so well, Michael.
Kudos to you. You know what? I'm gonna get before I give my official one, I'm gonna give my unofficial 3 Snaps award to you right now. Yeah, you did. Go, Michael. I love it. Well, thank you, Michael, for calling in, and keep tuning in because. You know, Mark the Goody will have more to say.
I will, Michael.
Nikisha Jones in the chat room wrote in caps lock. Bye, Michael.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Nikisha Jones in the chat room wrote in caps lock, Jennifer was gold this week, and I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty spot on.
Gold. It's that hair.
even her like next day walk of shame hair looked great.
Yes.
I just thought it was I agree with you. I thought they looked great hungover.
Mm-hmm.
Not great hungover, but like they really looked hungover.
She sat up in bed with the hair like kind of in her face.
Yeah.
She looked a mess and looked so believable. I loved it.
Well, let's take one more caller on this before we move on. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Carolyn Topol calling from Connecticut.
Why, hello, Miss Carolyn Topol, who's always the first to retweet and tweet all of our stuff. I see you.
Carolyn.
So what are your thoughts about Eric's farewell this week?
Well, first of all, I thought that he should have been on a whole lot more than he was, especially the last few weeks. in my opinion, you talk about wasting talent. That
Right.
was the definition of wasting really amazing talent.
100%.
I mean, I watched him when he was Lucky on General Hospital too,
Right.
and that was really tough shoes to fill, and he was outstanding there during his run there. But this, he really took ownership of Eric, and I just thought there was so much more potential to that character and storylines. I was disappointed. However, I thought Greg Vaughn knocked it out of the ballpark.
I agree.
Yeah, I thought it's like someone handed him this storyline, and he was like, I got it, and he has just been delivering ever since.
He made the best out of a pretty
even
weak
before.
storyline.
Yeah. I mean, even before. And I mean, think about how just his character has evolved from this like priest to like the fall of his priesthood, and then him trying to figure everything out again and become one, to now this very damaged guy who accidentally killed his best friend, and now he's in prison.
And the thing is, he also was able to make us really believe that this evolution happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe they're trying to do that.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
Every time there was a transition for him, it really did work.
I agree.
And that's what, when you have to, like they say, suspend reality when you watch soaps. I didn't even have to think about that.
Right.
Yeah.
He would absorb me in his scenes, and I felt great. And Matthew, by the way, happy birthday.
Thank
I'll
you
add
so
my
much.
birthday wishes.
Thank you.
Oh.
I agree with everything you said, Carolyn.
And that was just how I felt. I really thought there was so much more potential that has now gone untapped.
I would have loved to have seen them utilize Greg as a bad boy.
Well, I think they did.
No, but like a
think
plotting,
they started
scheming
it, not really.
bad boy, not like a.
I don't think he would be along the lines of Sammy. I think his version of Downhill, I think they did it brilliantly. I can see him as a scheming person. No Sammy
And I
Juniors.
also thought that they lost some, opportunities. Here they brought Belle back, as brief as this is going to be. And here's his sister there, and she can't even defend him and save him. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that could have been done.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Well, apparently Belle can't defend a lot of people, because last week Steve didn't have a snowball chance in hell until the ISA came in. So there's that. Well, thank you, Carolyn, for calling in as always, and hopefully everything is going well with you.
oh, well, thank you. It is. I hope all is well with all of you, too. It's great to call in here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
All right, that's it for that storyline.
Let's just give a nice to-do to Greg Vaughn.
Cheers, Greg. We love you.
Cheers, Greg Vaughn.
Cheers, Greg. I love you.
Yep.
Boom.
Oh my God, can you believe Greg Vaughn sent you a happy birthday?
No, that's what I've been thinking about in between any silence we have here. I'm like,
For my birthday, Billy came and sat right there.
Oh, can we get Greg back in here? I was asking Mark.
I know he asked me like I have some kind of. He's like, "Can you get him back?" I'm like, "I don't know who you think
Greg,
I
this
am,
is
but I
your-
can just go come with me."
Invitation again?
Invitation to come back.
I'm sure Greg will come back.
He did say he wanted to come back. So.
He did. So
I can picture my dad watching this right now thinking, enough talk about Greg Vaughn.
that's how I feel. Enough of Greg Vaughn and Billy.
That was my
More
invitation to
about
my dad.
Tony.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Love you.
All right, so let's move on to tidbits. So we have Miss Kayla, who passed out.
Right.
And
Wasn't pregnant. I was wrong.
Right.
I'm
My
always the first to
favorite
admit.
prediction last week about what it could have been was someone thought that Kayla had an inner ear infection.
Oh yeah.
all right, so but it
turns out it was a subdural hematoma from when Ava hit her over the head with the candlestick.
and very close to having an aneurysm.
Yes.
I wrote that in my notes.
Yeah. So she's got to take it easy.
Yes. And I love how she laid in bed and diagnosed herself too. She was like, yeah, you're gonna give me the and Finn was like, I hate having doctors for patients.
Yeah. He's an under 5. They need to utilize him more. Get rid of him.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, because they had this whole contest in Australia for this doctor to come in, and now I feel like they're not utilizing him as I feel like he should be.
Right.
I feel like they are just tossing him in, being like, well, that counts. Like, let's say he has a 13 episode contract or whatever, and they're just tossing them in like, yep, that considers an episode. Yep, that's your.
And that's not fair.
It's not fair at all.
No.
Because when they did the I Want to Be a Soap Star reality competition, and Ashley Holland won, or she's now Holland Reed. They actually didn't take her on right away. They waited and created that whole storyline for her. So I feel like that's what they should have did. If this wasn't a great time, wait. We're going to create a wonderful storyline for you, and then it'll be worth it.
You know the nurse who assisted Victor into Maggie's room and also Brady when he put the coffee and the muffin down? She is probably an under 5 actress, and that's what she's utilized for. And I don't think Finn is doing any more than she is, and he's a contract actor.
Speaking of under 5s, shout out to Katie, who I know, who had an under 5 role. She played the hostess when Brady and Teresa came in. So shout out to you, Katie. I saw you. I recognized you. I've taken class with you.
And shout out to my friend Patrick, who was the bartender that Summer was sitting at. Summer was sitting at his bar.
Yeah.
That same.
We should have those people come in one day. That'd
I thought
be fun.
about it. I was going to ask.
Yeah.
And a shout out also because my friend Billy Flynn is on the show, and he's fantastic. We were just texting yesterday.
So Kayla, yeah. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that.
I feel like they're giving Finn appropriate airtime. Personally,
I don't think.
I mean,
so.
I feel like this is if you give him too much, it's going to become another DJ.
Another what?
DJ.
Who's that?
DJ.
Who's that? Who's DJ? Who's DJ, Mark?
I'm not saying it.
Say it.
And we saw what happened to him, so I think he should embrace the lines that he has. Well, I thought he was very, very angry. He was almost up there with Roman on his anger level this week with just how he was like yelling at her. I'm like, okay, girl, dial it back, girl. Like, it's okay, she gets it. Like, he was just like, he just seemed so angry. And I was like, that's not really, I mean, upset's one thing, anger is another.
Who?
Finn. Oh. When he was talking to Kayla. Oh. And he was talking to somebody else too, and later, and I don't remember who it was. And he was just angry, and I was like, "Girl, dial it back."
I didn't
know.
Angry.
I was getting that.
I think he reminds you
that
so much of Daniel Jonas.
Moment for me.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? I think he reminds you so much of Daniel that you just have this. Hey, I'm not talking about you.
No. I know. I was just going to say something. When we had that poll, that I don't even think we actually did a Twitter poll, but we had talked about Xander or Finn a few weeks back.
Did we?
Do you remember? No?
Yeah.
Guess not.
Vaguely.
We were saying who we like better.
Was I drinking?
Probably.
Xander all the way.
Thank you. Me too. I didn't know that he was a guest here.
He was.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
it was very handsy.
We're doing our research, huh?
He was very handsy.
Sidebar. Can I just tell you that Matthew sent me a message and was like, just let me know who all the guests that we've had. And I was like, oh, you could probably research it, but well, when you get home, just send me a list.
You said you had the list.
I did. But that was at home.
We'll talk about that later.
And I was like, research it.
Yes, he was.
I did. I told you nothing at that. That sounds so mean and shady of me.
But anyway, it was a pleasant surprise. I liked Xander, and they need to bring him back as well.
He was great.
We talked about that when he was on. I loved
shirtless scene.
Well, no, not that.
That.
I don't cheat on Billy. I don't know why you guys think I do.
Because we have it on tape.
That's not true. I just love
Alexis,
his...
can you roll that foot? No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to start looking it up.
I loved his love of Nicole. Like, that he was so infatuated with her, that he found her so attractive and was so... Because I just feel like that she is, and I don't understand why more guys in Salem don't want her. I don't know.
Donna Grizzle said Paul Telfer's appearance was my first DISHIN Days.
Oh, yay.
Oh, and then Diane said... Tony, laugh out loud. You can't just send him a list? Meanie. Nope.
Thank you.
I couldn't. I was out and about. If he wanted to know, he could research it. And you did. Look at all the stuff you came across.
Right.
I love it.
Yes.
All right, so we did not mention Brady and Teresa.
Well, we did mention them, but we didn't cover it.
Yeah, in passing. But Teresa's not having Summer. Teresa was basically like,
I don't think anyone is. Girl, it's time to go home.
It really is. And okay, I want to ask you guys this. Do you guys think that situation was not handled properly?
Which? What specifically?
Summer and Maggie. Because, and this is why I asked. I do feel like once Brady found out, met Summer, everything like that, I think it would have been best to come back to Salem with the information and talk to Maggie about it. And then have Summer come and talk to Maggie. I think bringing it all in at once is too much. And I don't know, the storyline is just kind of muddled.
Well, that wouldn't be a soap opera if they did it that way.
The common sense way?
Yeah.
Got it. But I do love...
That's that's basic answer.
I do love how Teresa was like, Con, recognize Con. I see what you're doing.
She slammed down the thing.
Oh, yeah, in the morning.
Oh, did I wake you?
Did I wake you on my couch?
Yes.
On my couch, that's right.
Yeah.
Summer needs to get going.
Summer needs to turn the fall or spring forward.
She showed up at their house.
Yeah. Sobbing.
She's a mess. She could have been my disaster this week. She's not. I didn't even want to waste my disaster.
Well, for 2 seconds, I was like, why is she outside of her own hotel room? And why are Brady and Teresa there? It didn't dawn on me that was their door. Because they all look the same. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, so goodbye, Summer. Eddie and Adriana.
Right.
Okay, listen, Hernandez family, from me to you, he has explained in English, in Spanish, in Spanglish, as to why he had to leave his family. Accept it and move on, or don't accept it and move on.
Yeah.
That's where I am with that.
Yeah, Dario's
overboard. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
I'm just not feeling Dario.
Too overprotective, but I guess the youngest would be.
Overprotective, overacting.
He's the youngest, or Gabby's the youngest? Gabby's the youngest, I think.
Oh, Gabby's the youngest?
Yeah, I think Gabby's the youngest.
I like Gabby.
I do like Gabby.
She's pretty.
Yeah.
Is this where you, okay. I don't. Happy birthday, Matt. All right, so now we're on to Nicole, Damos, and Kate.
Loved it.
Yeah. And
I loved the flashback scene. Loved that. And there was something else they did that I really liked.
Pause. Who was playing Victor?
I loved it, though.
He looks familiar. I meant to look that up. I'm going to Google that. Guys in the chat room, if you're watching, please tell us if you know who was playing the younger Victor.
There was something else they did that I was like, I really liked it. They flashback for that. Didn't they do something else?
They sort of flashback for Maggie when she was giving birth to Summer.
Yeah.
But it was more of a voiceover thing.
But no, I feel like there was something else that I remember and I didn't write down that I was like, oh, I really enjoyed that. I don't know. I know it was kind of cheesy, but at the same time, I just love seeing that Nicole is getting used. I just love her so much, and she's probably
Brilliant.
One of my favorites on the show.
I love her. She's a bombshell.
Female favorite.
And she's so blunt.
Who would your male favorite be?
She's very blunt about everything too. She was just kind of like, boo! She was just kind of like, she was like, listen, are you like into this because I look just like her? Because I've done my research too.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I would tell you, but I've done my research too. And so they kind of compared notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love when Kate walked in.
Yeah.
And Kate's like, and then they have their little tiff, and before Nicole leaves, she's like, you can do better.
Yeah.
And then she left.
Do you think it's going to be Nicole and Damos as a couple?
No.
Okay, who do we like? Nicole and Damos or Kate and Damos?
Kate and Damos.
No, Nicole and Damos, Kate and
can you make a poll?
And yeah,
Kate and who?
Kate and Eduardo.
No, that ship sailed.
I feel like that ship is sailed.
And I think
too.
Adriana should go to Roman.
Well, how about Kate? How about Kate and Rafe? Nicole and Damos.
No, not Kate and Rafe. I never liked Kate and Rafe.
Hope and Rafe.
No, that's not going to happen.
Rope.
No, not going to happen. Take that rope and do something with it. From the sounds of it, you got lots of things you can do with it.
Oh!
Hang on.
What's happening?
Miss Jenna 1211 said Christos Valasopoulos, which I'm probably butchering. Younger Victor.
Oh.
Check you out, Miss Jenna 1211.
Well, thank you, Miss Jenna 1211. Appreciate
1211,
you.
is that your birthday? 1211? Because I'm 1212.
1939.
Oh, he is handsome.
Right? See, I liked him. I thought he was great. I don't know.
And his birthday was 2 days ago. Happy birthday, Christos. Come to the show and we'll celebrate.
Oh, we should have him on. my brother-in-law's Greek, so
well, apparently
not
does
working.
not help out at all.
Vasilopoulos.
He's married into the family. Yeah, thank you, Alexis.
Big downer. All right, well, that has been your week of days, so let's get into our segments, and let's start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. Oh, snap! Now, I gave out my unofficial one to Michael in Hollywood. Thank you, Michael. And there were so many 3 Snap Award worthy snaps this week. However, the one that I'm going to give it to is...
I've been waiting all week for this.
Have you?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Okay.
Marlena.
Yes, I knew it.
When Jennifer walked in with that phone, and Marlena went, and that is a testament to no matter how old you are, when you are making wrong decisions with girls, a mom will snap into mommy mode and snatch that girl up. Yep. So when Marlena looked at her and was like, it almost, my favorite word, she almost looked at her like, bitch, what are you doing? So Marlena, bleep. Marlena, you get Tony's official 3 Snaps Award. All right, and let's move it right along to, oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
It's that time.
Yeah, it is.
It is the Disaster Moment of the Week.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This Disaster Moment of the Week is the...
When you say that, it sounds like this Disaster Moment of the Week
is brought to you by Tide.
Tostinos. It's rolls.
This Helena flashback with Victor was crazy to me.
I knew that was going to be your Disaster Moment.
Oh my God, I was actually a little bit fearful. I couldn't find one Monday through Thursday. There were a couple that I saw along the way, and it reminded me of the Taylor Swift music video Mean, where they do a little throwback to the 1920s Charlie Chaplin style damsel in distress tied to the railroad tracks. That's what I saw when I saw the Christos playing Victor and Nicole as her twin, or as her doppelganger, Helena.
Yeah.
So that was my Disaster Moment of the Week. I thought, oh my God, too much. It was Ari with the black wig on.
Yeah. But I jumped when she fell on the rock.
Me too.
I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was my Disaster Moment of the Week.
I knew that was going to be it. All right. And that has been your Disaster Moment of the Week. I'm going to have to film it like that.
Can we do that?
Yeah, I'm going to film it like that. Yeah. And now it's time for Mark's Quote of the Week.
All right, I was tossing it up between 2, so now I have to decide, and I've decided that it is going to go to the Queen Bee herself. Because
Me?
Sorry, the other Queen Bee.
Oh, okay.
Beyonce?
Who ruled Friday's episode, Jen Lilly.
Yes.
When Summer says to her, you are so wrong about me. And she says, don't think so. See, I know the whole manipulating and lying thing firsthand, except I wasn't as all fluttery and helpless, but I basically had some MO. But I basically had the same MO as you, Poodle.
She was so good.
I literally reminded like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, is she saying Poodle?
She said Poodle.
Is she saying Poodle? Because if she's saying Poodle, she's getting my quote of the week, hands down. And that's what I understood was Poodle. So Jen Lilly is going to get my quote of the week.
Wow. I love Jen Lilly. She cracks me up every time.
So funny. So funny.
Hilarious. And that has been Mark's Quote of the Week. And now it's time for Fan of the Week.
Oh, my Fan of the Week is going to... Oh, sorry, I have to pull it up on my phone. I'm sorry, I don't have my laptop today. My thing isn't working.
While you're pulling it up on your phone, I thought of this idea. Because someone, and I meant to send this to Alexis, but I didn't get a chance to. But, you know, someone did that lovely GIF of me doing the arms. I wonder if we can have a GIF of the week, and we show it at the end of the show, created by one of our fans, and that would be to sum up maybe the week before.
Yeah. Let's
toss that around.
Let's do that.
Yeah, kind of like what Andy Cohen does on Watch What Happens Live. He has like that GIF of the week, and it's from like one of the Housewives episodes. It can be from us.
Okay.
And you guys just send us GIFs of the previous. Like you'll send us.
I think it's pronounced GIF, to be honest.
I think it's GIF.
I thought it was GIF too.
But I read an article about it, and they said everyone's pronouncing it wrong, and I think it's GIF because I think they said like the peanut butter.
I think I'm pronouncing it right, and it's GIF.
As of right now, they haven't actually picked the correct way. A lot of people say it is GIF.
Yeah.
but I've also heard everyone say it's GIF.
GIF,
So
yeah.
I refuse to entertain that.
Me too.
And
It's
I love
GIF.
peanut butter, so I'm going with Jeff.
Yeah, so just you're allowed to say it any way that you would like.
Thank you for the permission.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis.
So I think we should say it as this. So you guys can message us on DISHIN Days on Facebook and send us a GIF of this week's episode.
So ridiculous.
And the best one we'll pick as our GIF of the week.
I
And we'll show it at
wanted
the end.
to I wanted to give a special thank you shout out to my mom because I had told her about the scene that they did with Helena, and I was telling her it reminded me of a
Taylor Swift?
TV show or a movie recent, and I couldn't figure it out. My mom got to Googling and she sent me a text message and she said Taylor Swift's video mean, and I thought, I think so, and I went and I looked, and it was the right one. So thank you so much for being my lifesaver for the disaster moment of the week.
She saved you.
She did.
From being a disaster co-host.
Yes, thank you, Mom.
All right, and now back to official business. The fan of the week.
Fan of the week is going to go to Diane, and her Twitter is Diane Leiham. It's DIANELEIGHIAM. So follow her on Twitter. She tweeted out in regards to the Abby Ben storyline: water check, lighter fluid check, matches check, old engagement ring check. Burn.
That was a good one.
So Diane, you get my fan of the week.
Well done, Diane.
And then I'll give an honorable mention to Michael as well.
God, everyone's getting shout outs.
That loved me. That agreed with me.
Okay.
I think his exact words were, "Mark, you are right and always perfect." If I'm not mistaken, that's what I heard.
I actually think he's mistaken. Do you?
I absolutely believe he's mistaken.
I don't know. That's what I heard.
And because I haven't mentioned it yet this episode, Greg Vaughn is just blowing up the chat room. I wonder why. Is it because he's better than Billy?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Alexis, I was just going to say, Alexis, shots fired?
Not even
every
close.
single time.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I
Look
look
at
at all three
that.
of you.
That's
Stop
the look I'm giving you
I
right
don't know
now.
what it is.
The frozen, and we're frozen. You can do a screenshot of that.
So before as we get into news and gossip and all of that, wait,
pull yours
are
up?
we taking more calls?
I don't know.
We
Do
can.
we have one?
Yeah. If you guys have any other final thoughts as we go through our news and gossip, feel free to call in. We still got a little bit of time. We'll take a couple of calls and we'll go into some news and gossip right now.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, the biggest news and gossip that we did not post yet is the return of Freddie Smith. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Sonny.
I tweeted about it.
Yeah, but like, I found it funny that
yes, thank you. That does deserve a round of applause.
The Soap Opera Digest commercial, like the last tidbit of it caught on my DVR before the Days episode happened, and it was like, Freddie Smith back. And I was like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Well, just give that news
I
away.
like Freddie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Freddie too.
I'm excited he's coming
Did you know that we interviewed him here?
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten through all the episodes because someone didn't hand me a list that they already have.
Oh, you didn't finish.
Oh, we have a caller.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you, Alexis, for saving the day.
Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV, DISHIN Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Kimberly from Maryland.
Hey, Kimberly from Maryland. What are your thoughts about this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives?
Well, I didn't get to watch any this week because we had meetings all day at work, so I wasn't able to watch at work.
Oh, no.
But I just wanted to call because I was just wondering, Tony, who was your favorite?
Who's my... Oh, because they all have Greg and Billy.
And Greg.
Yeah.
Male or female? Doesn't have to be a guy.
I know. Actually, that's a good question because I like everyone for different reasons.
Boo!
But it's true, though.
Oh, okay.
Boo!
It's true.
Do you have a least favorite character that you could...
Daniel Jonas.
But he's gone. That's
Melanie
currently
Jonas.
in Salem. I love the question, by the way. Great question.
That is a great question. I'm actually stumped. I don't have a least favorite either.
You have to.
I don't.
There's not someone that comes on and you're like, oh, I don't want to watch this scene.
No, there's not.
I feel like there are a couple.
And
I think he's
drawing
a big,
blank.
fat liar.
You know why I'm not a big fat liar? Because I am a fan with open arms that just says, whatever you got, Days, give it to me.
Kimberly, I hope you're wearing boots for this bowl, Pucky.
Okay, so Kimberly, I will think of this week and remind me.
Yeah, we should talk about this next
week to give you an answer.
A favorite and a least favorite.
Kimberly.
I will give you a favorite and a least.
Kimberly, well done.
Yes.
You stumped me, Kimberly.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, Kimberly.
Kudos. I may have to fly to Maryland and be like, listen, Kimberly, let's have lunch and let's talk about this. Well, thank you, Kimberly, for calling in.
And I just want to say happy birthday to Matthew.
Thank you so much, Kimberly.
There we go.
And they so wasted Greg Vaughn's talent and his body.
I know.
I love that she added right before. She's like, Greg Vaughn and his body.
Which looks terrific, by the way, this week. When he woke up
you got
with
to
Jennifer.
see it.
Yeah.
I felt like you were imagining Jennifer was you, but that's a whole nother show.
That's why you asked for the blonde wig. I couldn't figure out. I was like,
that
why
will
is
be
Matt
discussed
asking for a
on that
blonde
same
wig?
episode of After Buzz After Dark.
OMG. Thank you again, Kimberly.
Thanks, Kimberly.
Bye.
Bye.
Do we have time for one more?
We do have time for just one more, if there is one more. Nope.
Nope.
All right, so
Okay,
yes,
all right. Thank you, Alexis.
Okay, last
One
one.
more.
Hello, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, yeah, this is Mike from Hollywood.
Hello, Mike from Hollywood.
Hi again.
What are your final thoughts on this hair-raising week of Days of Our Lives?
Well, first I want to say thank you for those unofficial wins.
You're welcome.
And I had forgot, but with the Eric storyline, I just wish they would have had like a call from Sammy.
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought that too. I thought that too.
I mean, nobody really means as much to her as her twin brother.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the only thing that was missing from
Yeah. And since James isn't here, I'll speak on behalf of twins. You know, you would.
my chocolate
And
twin.
I did love Marlena snatching up Jennifer.
Yeah.
Did
Me
you?
too.
That was
I mean, that was like, I was shocked. I was like, little goody Jennifer being grabbed by Marlena. That was
Marlena manhandled
Was
her.
everything.
Well, you know why? Because, hello, she's Dr. Marlena Evans.
She's a bad friend of Jennifer.
But just that.
No, but they kind of are always in competition for who's the most morally superior, annoying person of the town.
That's very true.
Very true.
That's when I'm not in town.
Oh my God! Even if you're in town.
And my quote, I think I did say, "Mark, you're always right."
You did. You did. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. I love when you call back.
Michael, how dare you call back and clarify that?
All right.
I take a snap
I'm upset.
back.
Goodbye, Michael.
I take a snap
Michael,
back.
let me check Ralph's in Hollywood.
Well, I'm more of a pavilion.
One of those. Got it.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
All right, so let's breeze through our last little bit of news and gossip before we go out. For all of you New York City fans, I will be invading your town September 10th with Dual Coast Events to host their event with Eric Martzoff, Brandon Beamer, Billy Flynn, and Brian DiTillo. So if you would like to join that event, make sure you check out dualcoastevents.com to find out more information and how you can purchase tickets. And you will be able to not only meet your favorites from Days of Our Lives, but you can also meet your favorite from AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days.
But I won't be there.
I know. We're gonna crash it.
Nobody considers you a favorite.
Don't forget, Girl Life Fly for free.
Oh, you should come. You should come that weekend.
Never know.
You should.
Where and when?
I'm just going to start
September
doing that.
10th.
I'm just going to start popping up at fan
It's popping up.
that I'm not invited to or welcome to or have
You
paid
totally
for.
should.
And just walk in and be like, hey.
Can you get a friend in for free too on the flight? No? Well, then I'm not going with you. You can't come. All right, so
unfortunately.
Speaking of events.
Yes, on July 23rd, I will be in Toronto with Robert Scott Wilson. Why am I saying Smith? Robert Scott with the S.
Yes.
Robert Scott Wilson and Bella Flynn.
And who else?
And we do have a new addition to the lineup. Mr. Eric Martzoff will be there as well. So that'll be on July 23rd in Toronto. It's going to be a cruise. There's an online and live auction. It's going to be fun. She takes a payment plan, all that kind of fun stuff. It's on, go to www.daytimestars, plural, events, .ca. I do believe it's .ca, not .com. And then she's also on Twitter and Instagram as same thing, Daytime Stars Events on Instagram and Twitter. So if you want more information and you want to get a hold of Sarah, that's how you would do it. And I do believe there's at Travel Nation CA, they're doing stuff to help you save some money too. So check that out if you're trying to save. And I know she's doing a payment plan. So we'd love to have you there. I think it'll be a hoot. A hoot! A hoot!
And
hoot hoot!
Finally, Vegas fans, join Eric Martzoff, Sean Christian, Mary Beth Evans, and Marie Wilson on April 23rd for the grand opening of Cardio Bar in Las Vegas. For details.
What day is it?
April 23rd.
That's coming up.
This Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. I can't go on a Saturday.
You can't go to Vegas on a Saturday?
Work. I mean, I have a job.
I mean, you can call in sick.
No, I can't.
For Brady?
No,
and
I
Kayla?
run the Odyssey. No, I'm kidding.
For details, go to barwithasoapstar.com. That's B-A-R-R-E with a soapstar.com.
Yeah, they were trying to convince me it was a nightclub so that I would go.
And fans, as you know, Eric Martzoff and his wife Lisa opened up Cardio Bar Las Vegas, and so this is the grand opening, so make sure you support them.
Yeah. And Greg Vaughn and his wife Matthew will not be able to make it.
That's just ridiculous. Who talks like that?
Dear DISHIN Days fans, I just died. Good night. I'm kidding. Dun, dun, dun. All right, and are there any predictions? That will be a no.
No.
All right, and that has been our show for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to AfterBuzz
Do you have
TV's DISHIN. What?
I totally forgot to say something
What's
earlier.
that?
Oh, God.
Because I cannot say it enough how much I'm loving Jade. And the scene with her and Joey, we didn't talk about it, when they were in the Brady pub. And the way she was talking to Patch, and she's like, "Can I tell you something?" He's like, "I don't think I can stop you."
Yeah,
that was almost like the week
and
too.
how she sat down and was like, "Oh, hey everyone, can I have a fry?"
You know what? Yeah. And I know we joked about this, but she reminds me of
Roxanne.
Like just this Spitfire. I love her. I love her. And I'm sorry, Paige, that I didn't mention that earlier. But
they should have Roxanne come in and play
Jade. No, she should come play Roxanne. There should be two of them. Okay. Two of them going head to head.
All right, well, DISHIN Days lovers, that has been our show for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before we head out, hey Mark, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE, or on Snapchat, Lorraine.love.
Matthew, the birthday boy.
You can find...
Who received a birthday message from Greg Vaughn.
Oh, God. I'll be tweeting all about it. You can
Maybe
find
he's outside with a cake.
I would die.
Why are you ruining my surprises?
If he's out there. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Matthew Evan. And thanks again, everyone, for the birthday wishes. And thank you, Greg.
And of course, you guys can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at DISHIN Days. Also, if you are interested in seeing the Emmy reels from our Days of Our Lives Daytime Emmy nominees, you can go to our Facebook page and take a look at those. I posted those. And if you want to chit chat with me, you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't go anywhere, GH lovers, because the GH report is right after us. We will see you guys next Sunday for another AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
I love Billy Flynn.
Later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.